Hiya Toon Fanatics and welcome to Toon Corner, and today we'll be talking about the rise and fall of the animation renaissance. It all started way back in the 80s. Cartoons back then were rather based off of toys like He-Man and Transformers, or based off of live-action movies like the real Ghostbusters. The mid to late 80s was considered the last portion of an era known as animation's dark age. Although honestly that era hasn't really been dark. I mean, I imagine all you 80s kids really enjoyed the cartoons during that time. And we also had cartoons like the Smurfs and animated films like The Great Mouse Detective. In 1987, an animator named Ralph Bakshi hired animators like John Krzyzewski to work on an animated series called Mighty Mouse: The New Adventures. Even though there was a lot of creative freedom during the making of the cartoons, it wasn't the spark that started the fire. No, that happened a year later in 1988 after the release of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Not only did the film pay homage to the Golden Age cartoons, but it also inspired and influenced many animators for many years to come. In 1989, Disney began their own animation renaissance after the release of The Little Mermaid. In the 90s, the animation renaissance was in full swing. At Disney, not only we got films like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King, but we also got cartoons like Darkwing Duck and Goof Troop. At Warner Brothers, with the help of Steven Spielberg, we received Animaniacs, Tiny Toons Adventures, Pinky and the Brain, and Freakazoid. A couple of cartoon channels named Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network were also making cartoons during that era. At Nickelodeon, they made cartoons, or Nicktoons as they like to call them, like Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's Modern Life. And at Cartoon Network, we received cartoons like Johnny Bravo and the Powerpuff Girls. The end of the animation renaissance came about during the late 90s to the early 2000s. It's never been confirmed quite clearly of how it ended, but there has been assumptions of how the animation renaissance has ended. At Disney, they basically came across the case of critics being critics, meaning they got mixed reviews on films, animated films like Hercules. And then as far as the animation renaissance itself, it also has to involve with the rise of computers. They have become cheaper and easier to make animated movies and cartoons. And then there's also the classic case of battle of the media. In this case, television versus gaming consoles like the PlayStation. And the question of the day is, what is your favorite cartoon from the 80s or 90s? Just let me know in the comments down below. Feel free to leave any requests, and I'll see you next time in Toon Corner.